Hey everybody, welcome to Elev8 Home Series Workouts. I have Amy with me. Today we're going to go over a full body workout, maybe a little bit more challenging. And also if you have an implement to use at your house, something weighted, maybe a plate, maybe a medicine ball, anything weighted, you can be creative, but this will make it a little bit more challenging for you. So let's get started. First, let's talk about our first movement, which is ground to overhead. So today we're going to use the plate, or we can also use the medicine ball, but we got the ground. You're going to grab the plate, thumbs down. She picks it up. This is a 25-pound plate. She's going to start off with the plate in between her feet. So as opposed to out towards her toes, you want it in the middle between your toes and your heels, right there, pushing your hips backwards. And she's going to drive her hips up and then twist the plate overhead, trying to keep the plate a little bit close to you as possible, okay? And as she comes down, she's gonna do multiple reps in a row, right between the toes, press up. Excellent. Great. Now let's talk about the second movement, which is a burpee to plate. And well, we can also see what the movement looks like with the medicine ball. So as she puts the plate down, anything weighted, anything up, it doesn't have to be very balanced, but she's gonna start it off always with the plate in between her feet and then the ground overhead. So she's gonna keep the ball as close as she can to her, press overhead. Perfect. Let's talk about the next movement, which is a burpee to plate or just a regular burpee. So we have the plate, she's gonna have it out in front of her. And she's gonna do a burpee, which is a plank. So she's gonna drop to her hands, put through her feet back both at the same time, then have her feet, throw it back towards her hands as she comes up. So she's gonna push up, throw her feet back towards her hands, jump with both feet, land on the plate and jump back. Give me one movement, nice and smooth. Good. In case we can't do this, another option is to crawl out. So she's gonna walk her hands out and then her feet, and then she's also gonna stand up, walk her feet back in, step up to the plate, and step up to the plate a little bit closer. Good. Whatever one works for you is the one you should do. Now let's talk about the next movement, was now she's gonna grab the plate and she's going to do some presses overhead. So same idea of the ground overhead. She's going to place it right directly above her head, not out in front of her. So as her arms go up, you want to have a line that's straight from your hips all the way up to your wrists, as opposed to out in front, okay? And those are presses overhead. Also making sure that we want to keep a little tension in the trunk, all right? Instead of just kind of hyperextending your back like that. Excellent. Next movement is finally the goblet squat. So whatever implement you have, you're gonna hold it as high as you can, but not any higher than your chin. And she's going to have her feet just outside of her shoulders. So if I drew a direct line from her shoulders to her feet are gonna be outside of her shoulders, so just a little bit wider. If I drew a straight line, you want it right inside of your insteps, okay? Toes pointed forward. As she points forward, she's going to bend her knees and her hips at the exact same time, dropping down into a squat and standing up. All right. Meanwhile, as she stands on the ground, her toes are going to be gripping the ground and her feet are going to be spreading the ground open like she's trying to rip the ground open laterally by spreading them out. It'll give you some stability through the ankles and the knees. Just like in our other squat videos, you can also use a chair to make sure you're moving correctly in a squat. Squat's one of the most important movements in our arsenal of fitness. You have a chair, you line your toes up directly right the very tip of that chair or the seat of that chair. And then as she squats, what this does is block your knees so that it makes sure that your knees are not pushing too far forward and you're not squatted with a muted hip or a hip coming forward. So Amy's gonna use the chair, go down. She can also take the plate as she does goblet squats and use that. She can step up to the chair and goblet squat with a chair in front to make sure her hips are still in flexion or pushing back as well as her knees bending. Great. Now this workout consists of 10 reps each. So you'll do 10 reps of the ground to overhead. You also do 10 reps of the burpee to plate, 10 reps of shoulder to overhead, and 10 reps finally of your goblet squats. Now each round, every 2 rounds, you're going to rest 1 minute. As prescribed, the workout is 6 rounds, so you'll be taking 2 rests in the middle of it after every second round. But if you feel good and you want to go for more rounds, go for it. Guys, I hope you enjoy this workout. We'll see you soon. All right, guys, so we're going to do this workout with you. And today we have Amy, Hailey, and Charlie. Amy's going to be a scale person, somebody who is not going to be doing everything super weighted or super quickly. Charlie is your intermediate. He's going to be using a dumbbell And Hailey is going to be your fire breather today, and what she's doing is 15 reps instead of 10, and she's using a 25-pound dumbbell, okay? Here we go, guys, ready? And we're going to be doing 6 rounds. For all the movements, we're doing 10, 10, 10, except for Hailey, and we're going to be resting 1 minute after every 2 rounds, okay? Here we go. So that means we're getting 2 rests in 1 minute. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, go. All right, first movement is the ground overhead. As we talked about, Amy's using a basketball, something that's easy, or any kind of weighted, grab whatever you want. This is just for point of reference so that she goes all the way down in between her toes and her heels as she presses up, straight over her head. Hailey has her thumbs down, touching the weight in between her feet and overhead. Charlie's going single arm, so he's going alternating arm with his one arm versus the other, okay? Hailey's going 15 now. She's going into plate to burpees. Everybody is plating the burpees. Amy is walking back. So if you're having a little bit of hard time trying to go down or jump your feet back down, you can crawl up, crawl back, okay? Charlie's doing just traditional burpees because there is no plate to jump to, as is Amy. All right, so we're almost in the middle of our first round. Hailey's moving. She's got 15 burpees to do, really pushing it. Charlie's doing strict press, so we wanted a strict press. We don't want to use our hips, okay? Nice and tight, stay with your hip. There you go. You don't want to have big rib cage showing as you press straight overhead. Try not to press outwards, okay? Hailey's moving. All right, now presses, Hailey, so you're going presses. Amy, you're going presses, strict presses right above your head. Charlie's moving on to the goblet squats, and his goblet squats, he's holding the kettlebell. Whatever you're holding, you're gonna hold it in front. Make sure that you're holding it above the top of your chest. You do not wanna hold it here as you squat. You wanna make sure and hold it just like Amy, above your chest, going as low as you can. Remember the hips and the knees bent at the same time. Make sure you're in your heels, Amy, as you come down. Good job, Hailey. Scoot back, Hailey, just a bit so we can see you. Good, good. Charlie's on his second round, and he's going single arm ground to overhead. Now onto his burpees. Hailey's about to go ground, start her second round, ground to overhead. Remember, she is doing 15 reps, so she's trying to move as quickly as she can. Jump your feet up, there you go. Come on, Charlie, keep it moving. Keep moving, baby, come on. Let's go. All right, Amy. If at one point you get too tired and this becomes way too difficult, I'm gonna move you to the chair. So you can go onto the chair, use the chair, so that the chair, you're shortening the range of motion. So she steps back, comes up, and overhead. Now she can also do a push-up if she wants as well. That's adding just a little bit extra difficulty to it. Stepping back, making sure she's in a good plank, and jumping up as a burpee, all right? If you're doing full burpees, you wanna kind of do what Hailey's doing, is jump into your both feet at the same time as you go into the burpees. Remember, you guys rest after this round. Okay, 2 rounds, you rest 1 minute. We're gonna try to keep the rounds the same amount of time as your first 2 rounds. Every single 2 rounds should be the same. We wanna try to keep the same pace, push ourselves to keep the same pace as we did our first 2 rounds. Good job, Hailey, almost there, come on. So if you are advanced, you're doing 15. 15 is going to be about 30% more than everybody else. I know Hailey right now is trying to, she's mad that she's behind. Here we go. There you go, Hailey, come on. All right, Charlie. Charlie's on his round of rest. Amy's done. We're looking at the clock. Make sure you look at the clock. You got 1 minute of rest, okay? Good job, Hailey, come on, press. All right, you're on your rest, Hailey. Your second round, you rest. You're not done yet? Oh, she had to put it down. All right. squats. These are her bread and butter. Try not to make sure you're not holding it too close to your, you can also put it to see if you just like this, kind of tip it over just like that. Yeah, that way you're not, it's not forcing you over this way, okay? Awesome, good job. You guys can come, it's all right. We're just working out. All right, Amy's gonna start and Charlie's gonna start their third round. How you feeling?
Tired.
Tired. Do you know how long that took you?
Like 7 minutes. Almost 8.
No, that clock was running about 3 minutes.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
5?
Yeah, 4 or 5, I think. So we're using a clock back in the back. We're using a clock back in the back, which you can't see on camera, but they're going off of in the back. Good job, Amy. Let's go, Charlie. Same pace, guys. Same pace as your first 2 rounds. Really try to push to keep the same pace as your first 2 rounds. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Try to catch him, girl. Let's go, Charlie. Gotta think about keeping the wrist on top of your shoulder as you press up instead of out here. There you go, as much as you can.
All that bench today.
All the benching today. Huh? Little did you know you were about to do another workout. There you go, Hailey. Good job, guys. Keep moving, Amy. Good job.
Everybody come on, let's get down.
There you go. Don't lift your toes off the ground, but you stay middle. So if you have a hard time, remember you can also, just like we talked about the squats, is I'm gonna put this chair right in front of her feet here. At least one foot should be on the end of that chair. So this forces her to make sure that you're not pushing your knees too far forward and squatting with a little bit more of a muted hip. You want flexion in the hip as it comes back. We can show it to him this way, okay? So just like that. Toes at the end, let's do it a little bit. Right there, there you go. And squat. Good. There you go, Charlie. Bend over. So as Charlie's going back, he's making sure he's sending his hips back first as he goes down instead of bending the torso down so that the dumbbell is out in front of his toes. Cool. All right, Charlie, keep going, baby. Come on, Hailey. Let's go. Two-a-days, Charlie. 2 days, right here. 2 days. Good, Amy. Make sure your elbows are coming nice and tight as you go down. Good. It's not a strict push-up. Remember, you can kind of like warm up, for lack of a better explanation. You can kind of keep your hips on the ground, bringing your shoulders up, and then popping your feet right back to your hands, or stepping back to your hands, for that matter. Go, Charlie. Come on. Charlie's using a 25-pound dumbbell. Hailey's using a 25-pound plate. Go, Charlie, come on. Try to keep those sets unbroken, man, on those presses, okay? All right, straight above, straight above, straight above, straight above. Come on, Hailey. There we go. Ground to overhead now on her 4th round. Awesome. Keep moving, guys. Keep moving. All right, Charlie, you got 1 minute rest. Is that where you're at? All right. You know how long that round took you?
No, I think 5.
About 5-ish minutes? Okay. About 4.5, 5 minutes. Yeah. Come on, Hailey.
Good job, Hailey.
Come on, finish it. Keep moving. Now remember, if this is too much work too quickly, you can always shorten the rounds. You shorten the rep scheme. You can do 1 minute rest after each round, may be a good option, but you want to make sure that you're doing it to your abilities. So you can go 4 rounds, or you can have a time limit and say, okay, this whole thing is going to take me 15 minutes or less. I'll stop wherever I'm at 15 minutes. So I have a time cap to it. Let's go, Hailey, come on. I'll slow down, you get a rest after this, come on. Let's move. Let's go. Back up, back up, back up. I'll press overhead, it's lightweight, it's just burning, let's go. Good. Good job, Amy. Ooh, oh, Charlie. You're doing 5 presses on each arm, right? All right, 5 presses on each arm. Charlie almost done with his 5th round. Still got his goblet squats left. Here we go, break them up. Come on. Time. Which is the hardest part?
All of it, the burpees.
All of it, the burpees. The burpees are definitely hard. Should have had you do 10 burpees and everything else 15. Too late now. All right. Good job, Amy. Okay, I'm gonna put this a little bit closer. There you go. Good. Two more rounds. 2 more rounds. Those presses, huh? We're getting from the burpees, doing all the pressing.
Yeah.
All right, last 2 rounds, guys. Come on, let's do it.
My last round.
Amy's last round. I believe this is Charlie's last round as well. Come on, guys, keep moving. Make these 2 your best, Hailey. Come on, let's push. Hopefully, guys, if you've stayed with us, you guys are feeling it just as they are. And if you're not used to any sort of high intensity interval type stuff, this might be a little difficult. These last 2 rounds are probably the hardest part to kind of push through. But that's what's beauty about this, is you get both some strength, you get some cardiovascular in just about 15 minutes of work. So, Charlie, almost done, baby. Come on, are you gonna beat Amy, or did Amy just beat you? Uh-oh. All right. Come on, all right, Hailey's starting to step up now. There we go. Come on, done, time. Good job, baby. Nice. That was good. Yeah.
Unilateral.
Oh, having the unilateral movement instead of bilateral. Yeah. Makes it a little more difficult.
A little bit.
Killed it.
Thanks.
Probably about 15 minutes-ish. Actually less, probably about 13. About. All right. Time. Good job. Which was the hardest part?
The burpees.
Burpees.
Yeah.
As they always are.
Go, Hailey.
Come on, Hailey.
Alright, girl.
Meanwhile, her mom's in the back watching her die.
Nice, Hailey.
Good job, Hailey. Get it, girl. Come on. Yeah. Yeah.
Doing good.
You guys think about it, she did 6 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 120 more reps.
Amazing. Killing it.
Come on, let's go. Go.
All the squats. For the peach on your shirt.
Yeah.
For the peach on your shirt,
Yeah.
Amy says. That's it. Stay in your heels, don't let your ankles collapse.
Good job.
Got it.
That's it?
Pick it back up. Last one.
There you go.
She's got one more round left. Ooh,
Spicy.
I did a little spiciness to her. A little spiciness, those 15s really suck.
Well, anybody that's on her chart is probably still going too, so.
Yeah, if you guys are doing,
Awesome.
yeah, heck yeah. She's starting to bend her back just a little bit. Push your hips back as you go down. There you go. Good. Don't kind of curl over just yet. Your mom's cheering for you over there.
Yeah.
Your mom's cheering. Here's the hardest part. Knock these out. And you, no cheating reps today with the camera on you though. Somebody's counting. Let's text it to you.
Yeah.
Good job, Hailey.
Good job, bro. Good job.
Come on, let's go.
Deep breath.
Last ones.
Awesome.
120 burpees in this workout for Hailey. The 6 rounds. She's not feeling it at all. She's not feeling those 120 burpees at all.
Easy day.
She's good. Easy day. Easy second workout. Come on. Come on, Hailey. Yeah. All right, here comes the fast ones. Fast reps. All right, good. Fast reps. Presses and squats. Let's go. Presses and squats. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, good job. 7, 6.
Dig.
Yes. Come on.
Go, girl.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go into squats. Go. Let's go. Come on. 1, 2, 3,
Knock 'em out.
4, 5. All the way up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Hey, good. Good job. Social distancing. Social distancing. Okay. Awesome job. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the workout. We'll see you guys.